Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do a deep dive on Procter Gamble.
P&G.
Yeah, P&G. See if it's a good fit for, your portfolio.
Okay. All right.
So we got a whole stack of research articles, all this stuff.
Sounds good. Let's dive in.
Let's jump right in.
All right.
Okay. So P&G, I was actually really surprised to learn they started way back in 1837
Wow.
with two brothers-in-law,
Oh, wow.
a candle maker and a soap maker.
Huh. A candle maker and a soap maker. That's how it all started.
Yeah, William Procter and James Gamble.
Wow.
And they partnered up in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And that was kind of like the foundation for this like global powerhouse.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what started from just like soap and candles.
I know, right?
Like a recipe for success.
And then they even, during the Civil War, they snagged a big contract supplying the Union Army.
Oh, wow. So they were like wartime suppliers.
Yeah, yeah.
And that really helped them kind of boost their success early on. Yeah. But I mean, their innovations didn't stop there. Like, do you remember Ivory soap?
Oh, yeah.
The soap that floats?
That was them.
That was a P&G invention back in 1879.
Wow.
And it's still a pretty popular soap.
Crazy. Okay, so fast forward to today. P&G, massive market cap.
Huge.
Over $423 billion, making it one of the most valuable companies globally.
Yeah.
What's driving that kind of value?
Well, I mean, their financial performance has always been very strong. I mean,
Right.
in recent years, they've maintained, a good revenue stream and healthy profit margins.
Got it.
But I think to understand, like, their real market position, you have to look at their brand portfolio.
With brand portfolio, you're talking about like the Tide, the Pampers, Gillette.
Yeah, exactly. All those household names. I mean, they are everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, P&G basically dominates the market share for a bunch of consumer products.
Okay.
21 of their brands generate like over $1 billion each in annual sales.
Really?
That's huge. I mean, that's a really powerful position
Yeah, it is.
to be in. And they've been making acquisitions too to kind of bolster that portfolio.
Right, like Meal Organics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The natural hair care brand that they recently got,
Oh.
that was strategic. The natural beauty segment, like, it's growing like crazy.
Yeah.
And they clearly want to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they made other moves in beauty too. Like, they acquired Pharmacy Beauty back in 2021.
Right. So they're actively seeking out these new avenues for growth.
Exactly.
But, what about their venture into services?
Services.
That seems a bit outside their like traditional lane.
It's a newer area for them.
Okay.
But I think it's definitely gaining some traction.
Okay.
Take their partnership with little drugstore products.
Okay.
P&G is actually now their main distributor
Okay.
for like all those personal healthcare products that go to those convenience stores.
Interesting.
So it's a way to kind of like expand their reach, I guess, and their influence beyond just making products.
So they're getting more into like the whole supply chain.
Right, exactly.
Instead of just, being the product company, they're a solution.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, they're more of a solutions provider now.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of evolution, we should probably talk about their innovation pipeline. Like, are they really keeping up with, the changing times?
Well, they're definitely embracing that whole digital transformation. I was
Yeah.
reading about how they're using
Jump
AI.
at consumer insights and product development, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cutting edge.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not afraid to get a little creative with their marketing either.
Right.
Remember, I think it was their myth-busting series?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where they really dove into the science behind their products. That was a really big hit.
The Charmin Smooth Tear Test.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, let's get down to like, brass tacks here.
Okay, yeah.
Is P&G stock a good value right now?
Well, that is the question, isn't it? I mean, analyst opinions are kind of all over the place.
Okay.
Some people see P&G as like a solid, stable investment, especially with, their dividend payouts.
Right. They're known for being a dividend aristocrat, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that they've consistently increased those dividends for decades.
Yeah, for at least 25 years. So that's definitely a big draw for, income-seeking investors.
Yeah.
But they've also been buying back their own shares,
Okay.
which can also boost the value of the stock.
Right.
But there are some potential downsides that we should probably consider.
Like what?
Well, P&G, it's a pretty mature company.
Right.
So, like, expecting it to just, like, explode in growth,
Yeah.
maybe not super realistic.
So,
And their size, honestly, can make it a little bit slow to kind of adapt to any kind of sudden market shifts.
right, that's fair. So stability and steady income
Uh-huh.
versus like limited growth potential. It's a trade-off.
It is.
Investors really got to kind of weigh carefully.
Right.
Now, what about sustainability? Like all the, ESG factors are becoming so important these days.
Totally. And I think P&G has made some pretty big strides in that area,
Okay.
setting some really ambitious goals to reduce their environmental impact,
Okay.
like carbon emissions.
Yeah.
But I will say there have been some concerns
Okay.
raised about their supply chain, especially when it comes to things like palm oil sourcing
Right.
and some of their labor practices.
Yep.
There have been some controversies in the past.
Right.
So I think for any investor, you really got to dig deeper and look into how they're addressing those issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's important to look at that, that ethical sourcing, make
Yeah.
sure everything's on the up and up.
Yeah. All right. So, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Impressive history.
Yeah.
Financials are looking good.
Strong.
They dominate the market.
Yeah.
But there is that potential growth limitation.
Right.
And of course, we got to consider those ESG concerns.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, whether or not P&G is a good fit for your portfolio, it really depends on what you're looking for as an investor.
Yeah.
What your goals are, your risk tolerance, all of that.
So do your research, folks. Weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah,
Figure out what your priorities are.
exactly. Yeah, it really is. No one size fits all. But, maybe we can leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder.
Ooh. I like a good thought-provoking question.
Hmm.
What is it?
Well, we talked about how P&G is like dipping their toes into those new waters
Right.
with that whole services business.
Yeah, the little drugstore products.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of makes you wonder if that could be the key to like unlocking even more growth for P&G. I mean, they are already a giant in the consumer goods world.
True, but even giants got to adapt to stay ahead, right?
Exactly. So is this move into services like a brilliant strategic move
Yeah?
or a risky gamble?
That's a great question.
Yeah, something to think about.
Yeah. To leave our listeners with,
Mm-hmm.
do your own research, explore those possibilities.
Yeah, we've given you the information.
Yeah,
Now it's your turn to really dive in.
exactly. So before we wrap up this deep dive on Procter & Gamble,
We want to hear from you.
yes, head over to our YouTube channel. Let us know what other companies' topics
Yeah.
you want us to explore.
What are you curious about?
Leave your suggestions in the comments.
Yeah, we love getting your input.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive on Procter & Gamble.
Hope you found this one informative.
Yeah.
Maybe spark some new investment ideas.
Yeah, knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to those financial decisions.
So stay curious. Keep learning. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Bye for now. Yeah, it really is interesting to think about. Sometimes those companies that have been around forever,
Mm-hmm.
those are the ones that surprise you.
I know, right?
They've got so many resources
Yeah.
and that brand loyalty. But they also have that challenge, right?
Staying relevant.
Yeah, staying relevant.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced market.
In this crazy market.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like finding the sweet spot, right?
It is. It's a balance.
Between that stability.
Between not getting stuck in your ways
Yeah.
and being innovative.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for investors,
Mm-hmm.
that's the real key takeaway here.
Yeah.
Does it align,
With your goals.
yeah, with your goals, your risk appetite?
Yeah, it's all about what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about finding all the answers.
No.
It's about asking the right questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to all our listeners out there,
Keep those questions coming.
keep asking those questions. Keep digging deeper.
That's right.
Keep exploring this world of investing.
It's an adventure.
And
Join the conversation.
yeah, don't forget to head over to the YouTube channel.
Let us know your thoughts.
We want to hear from you, your suggestions, future deep dives.
Always looking for new ideas.
Exactly. All right, that is it for today.
That's a wrap.
Until next time, happy investing, everyone.
Happy investing, everyone.